It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Jets and the reigning Super Bowl champs. And it comes your way next.
First opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They're hot as can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Strapped in, it's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Dancing to his left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw is Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And that put him over 1,000 yards for the season. And the benchmark for running backs, 1,000 yards. The same for receivers. When you have that kind of a year, you've had a monster one.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Looking deep for Adams. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Now Wilson on first down. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one caught by Davis. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Well, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
This defense for the Colts, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Campbell making the catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide. Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the second quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually over...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Jets. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in. Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. After one, a 14-3 ball game. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 16.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Touchdown, Jets! Will Dissly, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is down to 4.
14, Jets 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Rodgers on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Back to throw now on first down. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. A big play there for Indy. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, they'll throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mo Cox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25-yard line. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of the route, too.
From the 27, Wilson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, here is Crowder. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Dio Odengbo in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson looking deep for Adams. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook. on their next possession.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
2nd and 4. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And out of that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much during this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chipping.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here.
And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Well, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, indeed, start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. and it's the Titans out in front in that one. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Kyler Murray throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Jared Goff has a touchdown pass. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half. Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half, and to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will ring it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll check this down to Hines. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 27-yard line.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and 13.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll find Pittman. And past the 40. He's out of bounds.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Gets around him. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed in the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Calvin Branson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind him for a touchdown.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Wilson. And it's complete to Adams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And a passing look. Are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Wilson's throw taken in there by Crowder. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Naeem Hines, his first carry. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
He's going to take another shot here. And got his man, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Blankenship out for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Quiddy Pay. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for New York. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Really solid effort for him right now. Third quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team. But the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. Second down, another run with Taylor. And down he'll go at the 25. 116 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Shifts past him at the 45. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Colts get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. On the catch, it's Crowder. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Corey Davis. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And that throw, amazingly, well over. In the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On second down, right back to Hines.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run with Hines. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's got Jack Doyle. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2nd and 11. They run again with Hines. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Working out of the shotgun is Ellinger. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And there's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And able to work his way down to the 16. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
This is Hines. Uses the stiff arm. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
And that's the type of one that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll have a tough one.